Hello and welcome everyone. So in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at ADA USD, which is Cardano quoted in US dollar. Now, since our last video we were in this bull flag and we did break above the bull flag. We went all the way to 145 and we tested the all-time highs of the recent highs of 145, this big resistance at the moment. However, we did fail to break the resistance. We sold off here, as you can see. And right now we created this descending triangle channel. So we're going to go over to the hourly chart to take a look at what happened in more details. So as you can see here, we tested the highs, we sold off, we bounced back a little bit, and we kept consolidating. And this created this descending triangle pattern and at the moment we did break below descending triangle. So a descending triangle is pointing to a downward price, and how can you know where the target is? So right now we did break below it and we are back testing it. So how do you know the target for the descending triangle? You take how big the descending triangle is and you put it at the level of the breakout here, and it gives you an approximative target here of around 1, the level of 0.95 and the level of 1. This is a very strong level to watch for, especially the level of $1. The level of $1 is a psychological level, so it could act as a very strong support, as it did here, 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 and if you go back all the way here and here as well. So it is a very strong support, and breaking below this level of 1 could be a very bearish signal for Cardano. So the first scenario is a back test to the level of 1 before Cardano keep moving up. The second scenario, this could be just a fake out, a little bit fake out, taking the stops, taking the weak longs, people who are weak buyers, before the price keep moving up. So this is the second scenario to keep in mind. Note that any break above here could send the price to the all-time highs, and if we do take the all-time highs, well, then we do have these fibs as a target that could give you, we're gonna take over here, that could give you the next targets here. So we do have this the 1.67, we do have the 1.9. The 1.9 target is what I'm aiming for at the moment. So if we do break the all-time highs, I think that the $1.5 is the next target when it comes to Cardano. So keep these in mind. Now, next thing to keep in watch to watch for is, so we're gonna delete these fibs here. We're gonna go over to the daily chart to kind of give you a little bit of what's going on here. We're gonna zoom in, gonna remove this, and as you can see, this EMA here, this is a 34 period EMA, so 34-day EMA, 34 being a Fibonacci number. This is why this number is really a strong number to use. There's the 34, there's the 55, there's the 144, the 89, etc. There is a list. You can go over to Google and type in Fibonacci sequence and you get all of the numbers. So for Cardano, the EMA of 35 in the daily chart is acting as a very strong support. So as you can see here, it supported the price, here it supported the price, here it supported the price, here it supported the price, and we did always, if we ignore this price action around here, we always braked, we never closed below this, and the price always U-turned when testing this EMA. Right now the EMA is around here, which means that if we do break below the EMA, it could be a very bearish signal. So if we do break below the EMA and below the level of $1, this could be a very bearish signal for Cardano. However, it's a scenario that could happen, but it is a scenario there's very low probability compared to a bullish signal, for example. Another thing to watch for is the US dollar here. So the US dollar has been very strong lately. However, if you do take a look at the 4-hour chart, here we have this head and shoulders pattern. So head and shoulders pattern is pointing to price, to down price, and we did break below the neckline here and during the FOMC speech. However, we did backtest this neckline, and right now we are ready and set to keep moving down. We could see some choppiness around at the beginning of the week, but eventually we will break down here. And if we do break down on the US dollar, this could be a very, very strong, very positive news for the crypto, for the equities, for the markets in general. Because if the dollar goes down, this could be a very good catalyst when it comes to crypto, when it comes to not only Cardano but all of the cryptos in general, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc., all of them. And it could be catalyst for commodities, and it could be catalyst for equities, etc. So keep this in mind. If we do, we're probably gonna test this level here of 90.75. We're gonna have a little bit of a bounce, maybe consolidation sideways, maybe a little bit of what we call dead cat bounce, and before backtesting it again, if we do break below this level of 90.75, the next level to watch for is the level of 90, and the level of 90 is a strong support. If you do break below the level of 90, this could be a very bearish scenario for the US dollar, and therefore a very good signal for commodities and for cryptos in general, and therefore a very good scenario for Cardano. So keep this in mind. This is why I'm not very bearish when it comes to Cardano, is because the US dollar is pointing to a downward price. However, you know, we could backtest the level of 1 before keep moving up. We could keep moving up right now, or the last scenario, the most improbable scenario to happen, but something to keep in mind, is a break below 1. And if we do break below 1, it could be a very bearish signal, and we could see Cardano selling off a lot more than this. So this is the scenario to keep in mind. This was a daily quick update when it comes to Cardano. So if you have any questions, please do let us know, and have a nice and good trading. See ya.